back to Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. I'm Flex, and today we're diving into a full top-down analysis on Bitcoin. We're going to start from the higher time frames, work our way down to the lower time frames, and check to see if we find any good setups. Now remember, this is not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. Alright guys, it's about 8:15 p.m. Eastern time, and the price of Bitcoin is currently at $113,921. We're starting off here with the weekly chart, and on the weekly chart, we see that this green candle has gone up a little bit. So we have about 4 days before this candle closes. So far we are above the 21 moving average, which is at 109,360. Stochastics still have to reset. As long as we can stay above this 21 moving average, I am bullish. On the 2-day chart, you can see that the stochastics are on the way up, and we were able to get above this 50 moving average at 112,298, and we're coming for this 21 moving average at 114,126. Once we could get above this 21 moving average, we get even more bullish. On the daily chart, the stochastics are starting now to get a little toppy. We're hoping that we could drag here for a little bit, or if we do come down, we could round back up and still drag before coming down. Very good that right now we just closed the daily candle close, and we had a big green engulfing candle here. We were able to get above the 100 moving average, the 21 moving average, and I believe even the 80 moving average. The next one that we have to take care of is this 50 moving average at 114,577. This is where we have the inverted head and shoulder that should break us up to close to 118K. It's a little bit below it, but let's call it 118K to round it off. So far, so good. We're starting to get some of that measured move. Today we had the PPI report and it came out bullish for us. Tomorrow morning we have the CPI report. If that could come out bullish, I feel like that would help us get the rest of the measured move here. So far we have been negating this Adam and Eve double top. It would have taken us down to the 200 moving average, but we're starting to see a reversal here. The only thing is that we are starting to get a little toppy. If we were to roll over like we did here, then maybe it's possible we do come down. Let's see what ends up happening in the next couple of days. Now on the 22-hour chart, the stochastics have been dragging here for a while. We've been toppy, but we've been able to reclaim the 200 moving average and a lot of these averages here. So this is starting to get bullish as well. On the 12-hour chart, we also reclaimed the 21 moving average. 10-hour chart, stochastics are still on the way up. We're above the 21. We still got to get above the 200 moving average at 115. On the 8-hour chart, we still have some room as well. We also got to get above this 21 moving average. Now on the 4-hour chart, stochastics are starting to get a little toppy, and we have been able to get above the 200 moving average, but we haven't been able to really maintain it. That's at 113,790. Right now we are above it, so we need to close candles above this 200 moving average, and I would also like to get up here with strength as well. That way, if we do fall down, we could use the 200 moving average as support and then bounce off of that. This is where I originally drew the inverted head and shoulder, and as you can see, we got some of the measured move already. So this is starting to get a little bit bullish here for me, as long as we could stay above this 200 moving average. Now yesterday on the 1-hour chart, I drew here a head and shoulder pattern, a possibility. Now I wasn't sure that this pattern was going to play out. This was more as a reference point. I was letting you guys know if we were not able to stay above this 21 moving average and we fall down, then more than likely this head and shoulder pattern would have played out and we probably would have fallen down to about 109K. But if we were able to get above this head here, which was 113,000, let's call it 300, then that would negate this head and shoulder pattern, and that's exactly what happened. So this pattern is not valid, thank God, because I did not want us for us to come down, and so far we have been able to negate that head and shoulder pattern and we got up. Now what I'm seeing here is some type of a flag that could break us out. So let's see what the measured move would be. We're going to do we're going to do a conservative measured move, but this would break us out to about 115,623. So let's see if that flag plays out. So far it does look like we are breaking out a little bit out of this flag. We can always come back in, but the good thing is we are above the 21 moving average, which is at 113,123. I was expect for this 21 moving average to get into this flag. Once we touch price range, then we're probably going to blast up. We can see here that the stochastic RSI still have room to continue moving up. On the 15-minute chart, stochastics were on the way down. We're rolling back up and we are maintaining this 21 moving average, as you can see. Like I said, this is pretty much the flag here. Here we could make it a little bit better. And the next move I do see is us going to the $115,000 range. So overall, guys, we have been able to maintain $110,000 with strength. We have been able to reclaim the 21 moving average on the daily chart as well. This is bullish. So right now, I'm still in the same range between 110K and 120K, and I feel like we are going to be getting more towards the upper part of this range around 117, 118K, possibly even 120K. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe, and if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.